Hey, Steve from Flowmaster. Today I'm happy to introduce our new Delta Force cold air intake for the 2014 and newer Jeep Cherokee equipped with a 3.2-liter V6 motor. But please check our website for more details on the different makes, models, and years this will fit. Now, this Delta Force cold air intake has a black powder-coated heat shield, reinforced silicone couplers, all stainless steel hardware, anodized fittings, and all systems feature an ultra-trick-looking durable cross-link polyethylene intake tube with a nice Flowmaster logo right in the center. Along with the large high-flow conical-shaped filter, it's an 8-layer cotton gauze air filter, ensuring that it will trap more dust and dirt particles than your typical 6-layer filter. Now, this is 100% direct bolt onto the vehicle, and it's backed up by a lifetime limited warranty, protecting your investment and giving you peace of mind. Now, the tools for the job are 13/16 wrench, 1/2-inch wrench, 7/16 wrench, 5/16 nut driver, flat blade screwdriver, and a 5/32 Allen key. All Flowmaster products are dyno tuned during the development phases for maximum power gains and efficiency. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to get this installed on this Jeep here. Okay, today we're in the shop. We have a 2016 Jeep Cherokee equipped with this 3.2-liter V6 motor. We're going to get this old airbox assembly out and put on the new Delta Force cold air intake. So let's get started. First, we're going to start off by removing the engine cover. I'm just going to pull straight up. Okay, first I'm going to disconnect the sensor, loosen up the clamp, remove this clip right here, remove this clip, we're going to remove this clip, we're going to loosen up this clamp, we're going to take this section off as one unit, then we're going to go ahead and disconnect this hose to the airbox, and then we're going to go ahead and remove the whole airbox as one unit. Alright, we're going to go ahead and disconnect the sensor, squeeze the tab together, comes unclipped. Alright, we're going to go ahead and loosen up the clamp here at the throttle body. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and remove the clip. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and remove the clip right here. So pull straight up. And then we're going to unhinge it from right here. This is nice and loose. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and remove this overflow hose off the intake. Pull straight up. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and loosen up the clamp here at the airbox. Now we'll go ahead and remove the hose off the airbox. Now we're going to go ahead and pull this piece off the throttle body. Now we're going to go ahead and disconnect this breather hose to the airbox. Simply just push in the button. Go ahead and pull it off. Next, we're going to go ahead and remove the stock airbox. Okay, we got that old stock restrictive airbox out of the vehicle. We're going to go ahead and assemble the new Delta Force cold air intake. So let's get started. Okay, first we're going to start off with the new heat shield. We're going to take the air filter adapter. We're going to put it inside the heat shield. On the back side here, we're going to line up the 3 holes. And with the supplied hardware, we're going to go ahead and put the bolt on. That's going to have a lock washer and a flat washer. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the heat shield gasket. Now this comes in excess length, so you may need to trim it to fit your heat shield. Now this heat shield, it's got a lot of different bends to it, so we're going to go ahead and cut this up into 2 pieces. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put some parts on the intake tube. First we're going to start off with the anodized fittings. They're going to go right here. So we're going to go ahead and make sure you put some Teflon tape on the threads. We're going to go ahead and screw the 45-degree elbow in first. Now we're just going to do this by hand. Next, we're going to go ahead and take the straight quick disconnect fitting. And we're going to go ahead and screw it into the elbow here. Now we're going to go ahead and tighten this piece into the 45-degree elbow. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and leave this bottom fitting loose so we can allow for proper alignment once it's in the vehicle. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put this mounting bracket onto the heat shield. It's going to go on the inside of the heat shield. And on the back side here, we're going to go ahead and put a bolt with a flat washer. And then we're going to go ahead and put the lock washer and the nut. And we'll go ahead and tighten this down. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and put on the push-in mount on the bracket. So with the supplied hardware, we're going to go ahead and put a lock washer and a flat washer, then the bolt through the bracket. Okay. And next, we're going to go ahead and install the grommet right here, where the sensor is going to go. Okay, next, we're going to go ahead and remove the factory sensor, the factory resonator. Now, it's got a little tab right here. You're just going to have to turn it counterclockwise. and it unlocks, and then you just pull straight out. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and remove the factory O-ring. Just got to kind of pinch it together and then roll it off. Okay. Next we're going to go ahead and install this into the grommet. Okay, we got our sensor installed on our intake tube. So make sure you have the proper direction. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the reinforced silicone couplers. We got one larger size and one smaller one. The larger one here is going to go on the anodized fitting side. Just go ahead and push on. Now we're going to go ahead and just snug it up. We want to leave it loose to allow for some adjustment once it's in the vehicle. Now we'll go ahead and tighten this side up. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and install the two push-in grommets that are off the factory airbox. We're going to go ahead and remove these. They just pull right off. Now we're going to go ahead and just push them through the hole. Okay. Okay, now we're ready to go ahead and install the heat shield into the vehicle. Okay, the factory mounting points for the new heat shield is going to be right here, and right here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and just push this into place. Okay. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put on the intake tube. We're going to first start off on the heat shield side. Now we'll go ahead and slide it onto the throttle body. We're going to make sure you have the coupler pushed up against the throttle body and go ahead and tighten it down. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and tighten down the anodized fitting inside the intake tube. Make sure it's in the correct locking location. Now we'll go ahead and reconnect the hose. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and push the coupler onto the heat shield. Make sure it's all the way up against it. Now we'll go ahead and tighten it up. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and tighten up the coupler to the intake tube at the throttle body side. So we're going to go ahead and push the intake tube in. And we'll go ahead and tighten this down. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and tighten down the intake tube to the coupler here at the heat shield. We're going to go ahead and push the intake tube in. Go ahead and tighten this down. Okay. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and put the air filter onto the air filter adapter. And now we'll go ahead and tighten it down. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and reconnect the sensor. Okay. Okay, next we're going to go ahead and snap in this hose here to the holder. Now we'll go ahead and put the factory engine cover back on. Okay, that concludes our installation here on our new Delta Force cold air intake for the 2014 and newer Jeep Cherokees equipped with a 3.2 liter motor. Now, the installation time on this is roughly about 45 minutes to an hour. I hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe to our Flowmaster YouTube channel, and don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.